Hello, doers, and welcome back. My name is Jose Ignacio. We all need a process that is uniquely suited to our needs and strengths, and so do our engineering change orders. In Odoo PLM, making unique ECO types to suit the kinds of changes that are relevant to your business is a breeze, letting everyone focus on the ECOs that matter to them. ECO types not only let you organize, they also allow you to customize as many stages as you need to match the design and process needs of each type of change. So, enough chit chat, let's hop right into it. Alrighty, so at Stealthy Wood, we love using customer feedback to improve our products. So, what we need is a way to get that feedback into our PLM pipeline. So, to do that, we're going to head on over to configuration, and then we're going to select ECO types over here. And we're going to select new because we're going to create a new ECO type. I'm going to type in uncategorized. I like to sound things out for the name. And for our alias over here, we're going to do feedback because we're accepting feedback. Now that we're done with this, any email that goes to feedback at Stealthy Wood will create an ECO for us automatically. Anyways, let's go back over to our overview because we've given it some time and would you look at that? We already have two new ECOs waiting for us. So let's click on the two engineering changes in the uncategorized box over here. All right. Oh, no. It looks like we don't have any ECOs. Fear not, O doers. Our ECO, well, they're actually right here in safe in this folded none stage right there. And they happen to be 26 and 27. All right, so if we click on this first one that we have over here that says Stealthy Table, we can see over here inside of our chatter, well, that a customer wants us to change it looks like the finish over here on our signature table to make it more scratch proof. We absolutely can, dear customer. It sounds like this customer wants us to improve one of our existing products. So over here in the type, it's not uncategorized. We are now in product improvement, I believe. It makes the most sense. Okay, so we've changed it there. You can only change the ECO type before the revision starts. It's important that I do this now. Next, we're going to figure out exactly which product the customer is referring to by typing in table over here. Okay, and now we're going to search for a product. I'm believing that they might have been talking about this Fern underscore 966 table, our most popular product. I didn't name it. I'm now going to also set the responsible person over here, not to Odubot, but to Joseph. Good old Joseph. And now I'm happy with how my ECO looks, so I'm going to click Start Revision in the top left. All right, great. To sort out my other ECO, I'm going to actually click on Engineering Change Orders in the breadcrumbs up here at the top. And now we're going to go back over to this one that says Stealthy Coffee Table. Okay. All right, intriguing. It looks like this customer is asking us to build a totally new product, a coffee table. That's a whole new thing. So in type, I think over here, new product introduction. All right, and in the product, coffee table. And then we could just start the revision. All right, let's head back over to our PLM overview by selecting overview in the top left. All right, so right now at Stealthy Wood, we use two ECO types, new product introduction and product improvement. Ignore this one in the middle, please. So here's the thing with these two. In new product introduction over here, we have a pretty straightforward workflow. If we select it inside of here, you'll notice that we have three stages. So new over here is where all of our ECOs start. I'm going to drag this Stealthy Coffee Table over here to in progress because maybe we decided to pursue making the new product and then we move it again to validated because we're ready to commit to our new BOM and start manufacturing. Okay, now let's go back to the overview over here and then let's select product improvement. Okay, and that's when we're going to have to see what's going on with our ECO type. So the product improvement ECO type is new. So I need to give it some stages. I'm going to click on this plus stage button over here, and we're going to type in research. And with some movie magic, I've repeated that for 4 more stages. So testing, to start us off, is where we can make sure any changes we make are up to our Stealthy Wood quality standards. Then moving forward, validation is where we get sign off from the highest level. And preparation over here is where our manufacturing floor makes sure that everything is ready for the transition. Now, the very last thing that we need to do is configure our closing stage. Odoo PLM gives us an explicit, trackable way to carefully discuss and manage changes to our operations and bill of materials. So at the end of the day, what we need to do is apply those changes. And to do that, we need a closing stage. So to make a stage that applies changes from an ECO, you want to select the cog over in the top right corner after you're hovering it, and then you want to edit it by selecting that. And then inside of here, we're going to tick the allow to apply changes box right there. And when an ECO gets to this stage, we're also going to want to make sure that that button helps us make it so. So in this case, I also want to tick our final stage little box right there, since this is the stage where we put ECOs that are ready to go into effect. And then also fold it in Kanban because we don't need to see all the ECOs that are already in effect. They are XECOs. And now, and we have even moved on. All right, we're going to hit save and close. All right, so there you have it. We made ECO types and ECO stages to completely customize the path of our engineering change orders from idea to existence. For more about improving your bombs, check out our other PLM tutorials. And remember, Odooers, if anyone hasn't told you this yet today, you're doing great. Go grab a snack, preferably a zero sugar Snapple tea. Sponsor me.